ai ki ngā kōrero I waihotia ai e rā tauma. Ka whiti te rā ki tua o lehua, ka rākea kaiwhare I tōna rua. Kei konei tātou I tēnei rā, titiro kaua tuana, ki te wāhi e mōhio tiana, ko te puaha o te mānukanuka o Hoturoa kia te. E te hi atu, ko te puaha o te mānuka tēnei. Ki e te hi anō, ko te puaha o te manukau tēnei. Ko te wāhi kitea nei e tātou. Ki te raki ana, ko te kōwawawa matua e puta atuana, mai te mānukanuka nei ki te tai o rehua. I te tonga tēnei āhuatanga kōwawawa matua, tērā te whiti ngatua matua, e mōhio tiana, e whai atiana, e tātou ka puta atu. Kei waenga ko te wāhi e mōhio tiana, ko te kūpenga o Taramainuku. Ki te anei wāna nei niho, te niho a hine moana, whakaatu hia mai ana. Atu I konei kararau mai ngā mate katoa. Ana ka lere kau atu ki ngā rangi tūhāha. I reira ka whakawhetū rangitia. Ka tiaho tia mai, I te ao, I te pō. Ko ia tērā ngā kupu kōrero I waihotia ai, e pāna ki tēnei takiwa. He wāhi tino mō rea tēnei, kia tūpata.
Kia ora tātou katoa. Ko Pererika Mākia tōku ingoa. My name is Pererika Mākiha. I'm the Kaihautu Māori for Coastguard New Zealand.
Talofa, malolele, kia orana, nisa bula vinaka. My name is Chris Lafale and I'm an operational volunteer with Coastguard Papakura.
Crossing a bar is a high-risk boating activity, even for an experienced boatie. The most important part of your job as a skipper is to make decisions that will get everyone home safely.
Key things to remember here are to never attempt a bar crossing without the correct knowledge and experience. So what is a bar? Bars are found outside the entrance of a river or a harbour mouth, and they are a build-up of sand which continuously changes with the shifting sand and silt. Sandbars are very dangerous for boats to cross because they are always changing and they become unpredictable hazards. Every bar is different, so it's important to understand the local features of the bar that you plan to cross.
Planning starts before you leave home. In the days leading up to your trip, make sure your boat has been serviced and is seaworthy. The following acronym will aid you in ensuring the relevant equipment is on your boat. PASSBF, Pass Before. P stands for Personal Flotation Device. Life jacket. Ensure there is a correctly fitted life jacket with a quad strap for everyone on board the boat. A is for anchor, chain and warp. S is for signalling equipment. A minimum of 2 forms of communication, i.e. VHF radio, mobile phone and a waterproof zip lock bag. Flares or EPIRB. Second S is for secondary propulsion, auxiliary motor or oars. B is for baler, bilge pump, and F is for fire extinguisher. Make sure that you have enough fuel. Use the 1/3 fuel rule. Have 1/3 for the trip out, 1/3 for the trip home, and 1/3 spare.
Always check the marine weather forecast and be sure to look at the wind and the swell. You can find this information on our Coastguard app. And it's important to know the tide times for both heading out and coming back across the bar. Plan a trip timeline for getting out and getting back across the bar.
So if you're looking to leave to cross the Manukau Bar, we strongly recommend that before you head out, you check the Coastguard app. On that app, you can find the weather forecast, tides, and other useful information.
We would also suggest that you check out nowcasting on VHF channel 19 or 79. That again will give you a good idea of the sea and what the weather's going to be like in your area.
So unlike most other bars in New Zealand, the Manukau Bar can be crossed both at high and low tide. We strongly recommend that you don't consider crossing the bar at mid-tide, because this is when there is the greatest number of waves and it's at the most dangerous point. Remember, when you get to the bar, due to the size, it's very difficult to be able to assess the full state of the bar. So when you first arrive, please inspect the bar, make sure you're comfortable.
Is there white water across the entire channel? Is there an uncomfortable swell at the inspection point? If so, it's only going to be worse on the outside. Are the waves breaking on the rocks on the northern side of the harbour? If any of these conditions are present, it's probably best you go fishing inside the harbour and leave the bar for another day.
Southwestern Channel, whilst is shorter, has a sand spit at the end, which can result in the vessel having to turn and have the seas coming on broadside, which can cause significant risk to the vessel with the potential of a capsize. Once you decide to travel through the Southern Channel, you will need to line up the Jackie Hill line, which are 2 hills, and that will give you a safe passage through the bar, both going in and out of the bar.
These hills are generally good reference points to line up your passage, but you will need to be careful not to get close to the sandbank that extends out from the south head, so a slight turn is needed towards the inside of the bar. As with every sandbar, the location of the bar can shift, so make sure that you navigate to stay in the area of clean water, avoid areas of breaking waves.
Remember to contact Coastguard and put in a bar crossing report, VHF Channel 18. Notify them which bar you're crossing and also how many persons are on board.
Everybody happy?
Once you have decided to cross the bar, you are committed. There is no turning around on the bar. You need to travel the full width of the bar and then close your bar crossing report. Due to the width of the Manukau Harbour being 4 miles or about 6 kilometres, it takes a long time to cross.
If you don't close your bar crossing report and Coastguard can't make contact with you, search and rescue procedures will be carried out.
Once the sea state has started to calm down and the swells are coming through, you'll notice a drop in the white caps. That will confidently tell you that you're now through the bar, at which point you need to close your bar crossing by contacting Coastguard. Channel 18, advising them to lead safely through.
When you're ready to return across the bar, before committing, you need to ask yourself, are the conditions safe? Is the tide suitable? Remember high tide. Crossing the bar because you feel pressure to get home is a recipe for disaster. If you feel that the bar is unsafe to cross, contact Coastguard on VHF or star 500 on your mobile and we'll help you make a decision. If you decide to cross the bar, rebrief the crew and secure any loose objects. Remind your crew to hold on and to stay in the same place while crossing. Think about weight distribution, especially if you've added weight to your vessel with fish or seafood. Assess the waves. When you're comfortable, log a bar crossing report with Coastguard. Pick a wave to cross the bar, stay focused on what's ahead. Delegate or choose one of your crew to keep a lookout behind to let you know if there is a wave catching up behind you. If you don't stay with the wave you've chosen, it's likely your boat will fall behind, risking the next wave catching up and capsizing or swamping your vessel. Ensure you proceed on a straight direction at an adequate speed. You'll know when you've safely crossed the bar because the water will tend to become calmer. Once you're confident that you have crossed the bar, close your bar crossing report. It's really, really important, otherwise Coastguard will start search and rescue procedures. Once you've done that, then head on back to the boat ramp. Once you get to the boat ramp, close your trip report.
Rescue, go ahead. We're safely back and closing down for the rest of the day.
Make sure you can get everyone home safely after a good day out on the water.
Always head out with someone who knows what they're doing until you have experience under your belt. If at any point the conditions or checklists don't add up, postpone your trip for another time or day, or choose to go boating somewhere else.
Respect the bar. If in doubt, don't go out.
Whoa! Got that all! Got